sisters. Today is Monday, and it's Monday. It is a cool Monday here. I think it's like 54 degrees, but that's cool to us Southerners, just in case y'all didn't know. I hope you had an amazing weekend. It's been a busy weekend. Spring cleaning and restocking. I had like a million boxes for my husband to burn, so we're working on it. If you are catching a replay, hashtag replay and let us know. Did you do anything exciting this weekend? Did you make anything exciting? Did you try something from scratch? Hey, Andale. Oh my God. Andale. I see you got that website published. I had to go back and look a couple times. I said, Andale got a website. Congratulations. Y'all go check out Andale Homestead. She got that good old calendula oil over there. It's natural. I call it a natural neosporin. So go check that out. Congratulations. So if you don't mind, share this out. Hit the thumbs up. We're gonna talk about a few things. Good morning. You waiting on the mail? Uh-oh. Did you get your you did try something new? Good. Something new is always important. We have to constantly try new things. As scary as it can be sometimes, we got to trust God and know that He holding our hand. Um, He always holding our hands. You got this. You got this. Uh, I did send out a bunch of orders over the weekend. So hopefully you got your tracking number. Tracking numbers sometimes they may go to spam. So definitely check your emails for your tracking numbers. I just processed a bunch of orders that I'm working on. So you should get those trackings too. So definitely be on the lookout for your orders. And if you've already purchased from us and received your orders, please, please, please leave us a review over on blacktropical.com. That is important. Um, Weightlifting late today. Ooh, you have fun with that. The only weightlifting I do is in the house. I did the castor oil Cayenne for my knee and wrist. I'm hoping it worked for me. Yeah, give it time and be patient. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Some of these natural ways you can heal yourself, like such as pain. So many people suffer with pain. No two pains are the same. Like we got to always keep that in mind that no two anything are the same. No two bodies. So what work for me perfect may not work for you as good or as fast, or it may work faster. So we always got to keep that in mind. And sometimes we need to tweak things so it'll work for us. Um, so one of the first things I experimented with pain, and I don't have it in here with me, is wild lettuce. Wild lettuce is a wild plant. It grows with the daisies and milk thistle or the thistle family. You'll see it sprouting certain places, and it just grow wild. Of course, you have to know what it look like to harvest wild lettuce, but it's just a natural pain relief. You all oiled up today and ready to go? I know that's right. Me too. I was just rubbing oil all on me because I am working and restocking. So that's what this thing is back here. Machine to restock. I put cayenne sour on my husband yesterday to get him off the meds that only mask the problem. Good, good. Keep working at it. It does take work. Hey, Scott. Owl Smoking Ant Hooga Homestead. Karen, Malvina. What's up, Soil Family? That's the thing with these synthetics. Oh, that scared me. Sorry, y'all. You would have thought that was a snake jumping out at me. Oh my goodness. That's the thing with these. Okay, I need you to stay up here. Woo! That scared me. The thing with these synthetics is that was the devil, y'all. He was saying, girl, be quiet. They just mask the problem. And we get used to it and dependent on it and it's not doing anything for us but masking the problem and creating other problems on the back end. So we got to figure out how do we not mask the problem but cure the problem. You know, you can come back from anything except death. Hey, Granny Karma, I text caller the other day asking about you. I hope you're doing well. 3 things we have to do when it comes to healing, and that's from any healing, not just pain. I'm hitting on pain today because so many people suffer. But 3 things we have to do off top. One is trust God. God provided us with everything to live and survive. Um, you eating it to show that it's all natural. I know that's right, Scott. We gotta trust God. We have to be consistent in whatever we're doing and give it time. We got to be patient. I always say that we didn't get sick overnight. These problems didn't occur overnight, more than likely. It took time. And now we're here. So we got to give ourselves time to heal. But trusting God, the wild lettuce, that was my first thing. I fell in love with it, but I was careful with it because I would find myself sitting out in the yard on the ground and getting up and moving around, and then the next day I would feel it. So I knew right then, okay, I got to be careful with this wild lettuce because I could feel no pain. And it's just a plant that you can forage for. You do have to be able to recognize it when you see it. I always look for these little thorns along the rim or the spine of the plant. But it looked like a dandelion. It just get really, really tall. So wild lettuce is a good way to naturally heal your pain. We need magnesium. Magnesium help with pain. Sometimes we have these pain issues and it may be spasms or whatever. If you get the right amount of magnesium, your pain level should go down. Which magnesium is natural. They do leach it from a lot of our foods and different things so that we'll have to get a supplement. We always say it's all about money. It's going to always result back to you spending money somehow. We do use cayenne for pain. I take cayenne pepper. My husband take it. We've gotten a lot of y'all to start, and it will help with reducing the inflammation. So that's what we need to tackle with most of our pain is the inflammation. Not just, I want to stop hurting. And that's what most of these pain meds do for us. They stop us from hurting, but they don't do anything for the inflammation that's in our body. A lot of people say it's the sugar. I can't just say it's sugar. Some people, like, we were going through comments last night and they were telling us, it's the meat and the seafood and this, that. We can point and blame a whole lot. But what we should look at is what do we consume in the masses? We have people that don't even consume sugar that still get sick. So what is it? So you got to look at a little bit of everything. We say flour is our biggest enemy. Sugar is not bad. It's not good for us. How do you take on just wild lettuce? So you make a tincture. That's what we have. We have a tincture, a wild lettuce tincture, and just drop a little bit under the tongue. 2 or 3 drops under the tongue. It doesn't taste good at all, but all of our tinctures are made the same way. It's with whatever type of herb, and we put it in a jar and fill a jar up with 80 proof or higher alcohol and let it sit for 6 to 8 weeks. And then you take that tincture as needed for pain. Do you mix the cayenne with anything? So when we take our cayenne in the mornings, we don't mix it with anything but water. You can mix it with one of our friends. She might be a little crazy, Andale. She can take hers with apple cider vinegar. We just use a little bit of water. If you need honey or something, extra virgin olive oil is great to take with that. But yes, tincture doesn't taste good, but it's good for us. It is. It is. So you can take the cayenne powder a quarter teaspoon of cayenne powder with some type of liquid or something to help you get it down, such as honey, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, um, extra virgin olive oil, or just water. And we just take ours with a little bit of water, and that give us our energy. That help with the inflammation in our body. You get that inflammation to reduce, your pain issues will dissipate. Of course, it does take time. What magnesium? So the magnesium that we use is the magnesium chloride flakes, and this is what it looked like. And you can find this on our Amazon store. This is a 5-pound bag. This 5-pound bag costs you $20. You mix equal part. Hey, Jam, Stephanie. You mix equal part of magnesium chloride flakes, which you can see here in this little window. It's just white flakes, with equal parts distilled water. I put it in a spray bottle, and I spray myself 15 times in the morning and 15 times in the evening. About 30 to 40 sprays throughout the day. You don't have to do it all at one time, or you can do it all at one time. That gives you a dose of magnesium. That should help with your cramps, your headaches, ADHD, fatigue, so many issues when you get the right amount of magnesium. Let me see what else. It'll relieve cramps, migraines, boost energy, improve bone health, pain relief, ease anxiety, promote good sleep, fight depression, and is good for your heart. So just a few things of what magnesium can do. Now, I've been looking at TikTok a little bit too much. They got magnesium spray for sale. I don't know how much it is, the magnesium spray on TikTok, but it's like a 8-ounce bottle or a 6-ounce bottle or something. And I'm sure it's at least $20 for that spray. This is a whole lot of spray. But this is the answer to a lot of our issues. To me, things like this make the best gifts. I say this all the time because the holidays are coming, and the first thing you think is, hey, what I'm going to get everybody? Make them some magnesium spray. Make them some castor oil, cayenne infused. If you don't feel like making it, support, a homestead, or support your local farmers, or somebody make this stuff. Those are the best gifts because you're giving a gift that can heal. Some people suffer with migraines and they think they got to take all this medicine when they only need magnesium. They may need salt. Get you a big bag of Redmond's real salt and get you some jars, little jars. Fill it up with Redmond's real salt, put a label on it and a bow on it. That's a Christmas gift. These are the things that would make my heart happy because it would make me feel like, wow, I may not know anything about these products, but if you give it to me, I'm going to look into it. And then when I find out the benefits, wow. Thank you for that. So, is it good for sugar? So, when it comes to blood sugar, is that what you asking me, Gregory? It's your diet. Yes, you can put it on any part of your body. Just spray your body. I always just spray my arms and wipe them down. Sometimes I'll spray my legs. My husband doesn't like to spray because it make him ashy. So I made a body butter, which I don't have any right. Well, I'm making some. We make a body butter, and that's what my husband prefer to use is the body butter because it moisturizes the skin and it's great. Is that the magnesium spray element? I only ask because I just learned that there are several magnesium for different things. Yeah, there are several magnesium for different things. This one is for overall health. Like if they say your kids have ADHD, spray some of this or rub some magnesium body butter or magnesium on the bottom of their feet and you won't need those pills. It's just we are deficient in magnesium. And that can help with our pain. That can help with so many things. So I did see another question. Is it better than vitamins? So the only reason why we don't lean towards vitamins is because in the United States, they say it'll say this, that, and the third. It might have 3 ingredients in there, but it might have 5 or 6 ingredients in it. But they don't have to tell us that, which I think is a total ripoff. Give me, that I'm laughing at my cousin because she texts me something. It worked, right? I love you, girl. I hope you're feeling good. So Latanya is my cousin that just had surgery that I was with last week. So yeah, she healing. I can say that much. She did great. She was like, I kept telling her at the hospital, I said, I don't know where that baby at, but she was like, girl, my stomach hurts so bad. I said, ain't no babies. It's all right. We gonna heal. I'm so proud of you. So it's magnesium chloride flakes that we use. And yes, when we take a bath, I take a handful of this. As crazy as this must sound, good. I take a handful of magnesium chloride, a handful of Epsom salt, and Redmond's real salt, bentonite clay. This is my bath detox that we do every quarter. Every 3 to 4 months, we'll take magnesium chloride, Redmond's real salt, Epsom salt, bentonite clay, and I only take maybe a third or so cup of bentonite clay and a little bit of borax. And we soak in a tub for 30 minutes, and that helps pull out heavy metals, detox the body. And we 20 to 30 minutes tops, and we get out of the tub. That is a great heavy metal detox. So yeah, you can use clay for toothpaste. You can use coconut oil for toothpaste. Simple. But when it comes to cayenne and castor oil, you can use it as a rub for pain. You can infuse your castor oil with cayenne pepper. And all we do is take a jar. But yeah. We take a jar and put cayenne pepper. These are dried cayenne. And we use dried because it won't ruin the batch. Dried cayenne pepper and put it in castor oil. So those are the only 2 things in here. I say this is better than icy hot. Cayenne pepper, castor oil. Rub it wherever you need it. If you have a backache, a muscle ache, and it will. Yeah, I do have a video on the cayenne infused, and they'll Homestead sell cayenne infused. She do go through a little different process, which is more intense, but you can definitely get that at andelhomestead.com. Can you store? Yes, you can use store-bought cayenne pepper. Always, y'all ain't gonna believe what Bobby over here doing. We always tell people you should grow at least 1 cayenne plant. The kids are very busy this morning. When he came out the room, they just went crazy. I infuse mine. I just leave it like this. It's this jar. I got a couple jars over there, but they just sit and sit and sit. And when I need it, and we do use it in our pain away oil, which is another natural pain relief. Yes, it does work for heel spurs. I use avocado oil with. I'm like, why do I hurt myself? 70% alcohol for pain. Okay. I know somebody that used avocado oil. Just started watching you. I appreciate you, Tasha. I appreciate you.
So remind everybody.
Say it. They can hear you.
We want to remind everybody when you actually get our products, look at the label and hear about the instructions with the paint away oil. Make sure you shake.
Shake it well before every use.
Every use.
Every use. You got it. When you get our paint away oil, you have to shake it. We do have magnesium in there. It'll separate from the oil. So you have to shake it. Hey, Daddy.
Yeah, so we have several different kind of fused things inside it. So
mm,
you have to bind them together and then use them that way so you can get the benefit of all of them.
um,
We had a
the
couple people that actually sent messages inquiring about that.
the bentonite clay doesn't clog it. We've never had an issue with it clogging our drain. You use very little bit and it kind of absorb in the water, so when it go down, it just go down. I've never had any issues with it clogging. Um, let's see. So what's good for gut pain? So for gut pain, it depends on why is the pain there. If you have ulcers, I'll say cayenne pepper. If
Oh,
you have gout. So gout is definitely your diet. Something that you eat is what flare up gout. But cayenne pepper, rub cayenne pepper on, and castor oil, and it should help with that. How to get your products. Blackstropical.com. Let me see. Oh, I don't think I can drop it over here. So our website is blackstropical.com. Let me look right quick. My husband over here shopping. Um,
it's already out.
did you get my email about the dropper? Yes, I think I did. So the dropper is a 2-piece dropper bottle, and the spout, they come apart. They can come apart. So if you just push them together, they should be fine. Um, leaky gut, you need cayenne pepper. So the thing with cayenne pepper is it'll help with inflammation, but it's a service herb that will heal. So if you have a leaky gut, most people think cayenne pepper is hot. I can't use that, but it's the Carolina Reapers, the habaneros, those other ghost pepper type of peppers you want to stay away from. The cayenne pepper is a healer, and it can heal
Yeah.
what everything. Well, I got some. This thing is full. I just need to finish, so I got some here. But I got some other stuff.
I'm sure we got some new people in the chat that may not be aware of our website or our products. So
Yeah. So Andel, she was dealing with oh, I didn't even realize. Um, hey Bonnie, Andel was dealing with some gut issues, ulcers, and I told her about the cayenne pepper, and she finally was like, okay, I'm gonna try. Pray for me. But within what, maybe 2 weeks or so, Andale, all her issues were done. She was feeling a whole lot better. She said, I know that cayenne pepper sounds the opposite of healing ulcers, but trust me, thanks to Sherry, I know I'm so much better. So definitely do your research, because we are not doctors and I cannot give medical advice. All we doing is having a conversation to bring awareness to what herbs can do. You have to do the research and turn and see what all, and if this is for you. It's all natural. I always say that the difference in synthetics and natural herbs are the synthetics are made to do exactly what they prescribe them to do. Um, they say this is for high blood pressure, is made to drop your blood pressure. This is for diabetes, is made to regulate your blood sugar. So everything they give you is designed to do just what they say it's supposed to do. Um, when it comes to a herbs are there to service your body and make sure you are running like a well-oiled machine. So it come in and it say, what do I need to be? What do I need to do? So the herbs communicate with your body and they do what it's supposed to do. God intended for herbs to heal us, so that's why he created them the way he did. What would you suggest for autoimmune? Um, Wild yam cream for sure. Uh, Again, Andell, you the girl this morning. Andell can tell you about autoimmune inflammation or autoimmune disease. and how the wild yam cream has helped her with that. What regimen for high blood pressure? We started with a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper and a little bit of water. Um, when it comes to high blood pressure, now the thing is we won't eat bland food, so you got to be using some type of seasoning. So that's one huge thing you got to be careful with. What type of seasoning am I using that could run my blood pressure up? Probably majority of the seasonings you use add to your blood pressure. Salt, we need salt, but we need real salt. Hand me that pack up there. I'm in the studio, y'all. Everything is right here. This is a good salt that won't run your blood pressure up, but it will administer the minerals that you need using this.
And keep in mind, guys, there's a daily allotted amount of sodium that you should have in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And the foods that you're buying from restaurants, from the store, whatever, got sodium in them. Whether or not you can taste it or not, it's in them. So going over your daily amount is not a good thing. At least when you use the real salt, you're getting all the 60 plus trace minerals that comes with your sodium,
Mm-hmm.
and your body needs every last one of them to do the work optimally.
So I put about a teaspoon. I put about a teaspoon of cayenne in our water every day. We started with what did we start with? A quarter teaspoon. So they put things in salt like what is it? Silicone dioxide, what they use to make batteries with, and they say it's safe long as you only ingest a certain amount. These are the things that run our blood pressure up. But all these man-made tamper with things, they don't help us. They just hurt us. Most people say it's the sugar, the flour. We eat flour. Wheat is in everything. Wheat is in everything. And because the wheat is hybridized, it messes with our system bad. Our body doesn't recognize it, and we think, and that we did for a long time. We thought, oh, well, let's just get a better quality of flour or wheat. It doesn't matter. It's all man-made. It's all tampered with. Even if you just said, let me take 30 days, and I know it's at the holidays, y'all. So this is very hard this time of the year. But if you said, I'm going to set 30 days aside, and I'm going to cut out wheat products, anything that got wheat in it, anything that got wheat in it, I'm going to cut it out. Well,
not unless you cook it.
Well, then look at us. We cut out wheat for a certain amount of time.
But we cook and we actually prepare our own food.
So you can do it. I mean, the thing is, so a lot of people, they say, I don't have time, or I ain't buying that. It's too expensive. Mm-hmm. When it comes to your health, is that a thing? Does a price matter when it comes to your health? We got this flour mill, and yeah, it was $450 or so, which is an investment. But we thought about the fact that my husband loved bread. He loved his treats. We don't want to take this away forever, but we want to do better for our health. Do we go ahead and invest in this machine so we can mill our own? Or do we say, no, I'm not going to get it, and we'll just cut back on flour? No. We said, no, we want to do better, so we're going to do better. Get the machine. It did cost. The berries cost. And trust me, if I'm not careful, I can blow through that 25-pound bag in probably a week. And my husband going to be ready to send me out the door because they not cheap. But later on,
I'm saying we got to be realistic.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
Later on, we got to think about, well, not later on, right now, we got to think about, if I invest in this stuff now and stop with this hybridized crap that's making us sick, and not the sugar, you can get raw cane sugar and you'll be fine. we cut out the flour, and life has did a whole 360 change. So if you could do that for 30 days, and I understand you may not be able to afford the mill, get the flour already milled and let that be your flour for 30 days and see what your body do. You're gonna see a huge turnaround.
All the stuff that got wheat in it, you got to be realistic. Can you really go for the rest of your life without eating it?
No.
So if you could find a way to actually eat these things and not have the issues that come with it, why not do it? If it costs a little bit more, that's fine. But you got to think the cost in the long run, the hospital stays, the diseases, the issues that can come with that, probably even possibly death.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not the fact that it costs that much. That's the most important thing. The fact is, can you actually live without eating this stuff and stay healthy?
Yeah, because when you go to the store, you look for healthier options and you say, oh, well, let me see what's in this. And again, in the United States, they don't put stuff on labels because they don't have to. You don't have to know what's in your foods, which I think is a total ripoff. I should know what I'm consuming. Always use honey, for instance. When you go to the store and you purchase a bottle of honey, it say raw honey. You look at the label and it say one ingredient, honey. It say honey, but it's 10% raw honey, and the rest is high fructose syrup. Why don't you tell me that? Because most people try to stay away from high fructose syrup, but that's what majority of our honey is. But here in the United States, they don't have to do that. I think that's a complete ripoff. It's misleading, and it's making people sick because they trust this. They'll stop sugar and just lean on honey, and still having issues. They still have this inflammation and high blood pressure and all these issues. Well, it's the high fructose syrup that they don't have to tell you about. I think that is a ripoff. Meanwhile, you go to other countries and all these things are banned and the people are healthier. I took it out of my diet for 3 weeks and seen a huge difference. Huge difference.
Bonnie said that there are many degrees of cayenne pepper. What should I get and plant? And what should I buy?
It should just say cayenne pepper, not chili pepper, just cayenne pepper.
Yeah. So cayenne is a particular type of pepper. So it's only one, for far as we know. So that's the kind of pepper that you want. All the other stuff, habanero, all that is a different kind of pepper. So you want the cayenne.
And if you ask for cayenne, sometimes people will direct you straight to chili. It's cayenne. For cholesterol, so the thing with cholesterol is it's a game. They play games again for our money. Your cholesterol could be between 1 something and 2 something and it's healthy. But your cholesterol can be 240 and they'll say your cholesterol is high or it's getting high. You need to get on this medicine, blah, blah, this. As your standard. I meant to tell you, you need to check their prices for wheat berries.
Who's?
As your standard.
Okay.
And when it comes to cholesterol, it's not the fats. We need healthy fats. Our brain needs healthy fats. Period. If your brain don't get these fats, healthy fats, and water the correct way, and magnesium, you will be confused. You will be days lost, fog brain will set in. You'll just be confused. Just like taking the medicine. Your body needs healthy fats. What it don't need is the starch. So I always say it's not the butter on the bread. It's the bread under the butter when it comes to cholesterol. So what does that mean? It's the wheat. It's not the butter. If you use the margarine, it's just bad, period. So it's not the butter, it's the bread. So with cholesterol, you got to be careful with your carb intake. Like everything, you have to be careful with the carb intake. I went to Colombia for 2 months, and when I returned, my doctor was shocked at my blood work. I still ate like normal, but healthier in other countries. Exactly. And I mean, most countries, healthcare is free because they ain't like us. We live in the doctor's office or hospital. I sat in the hospital last week and I was like, wow, just like all these people,
I heard other people say that they went to
other
other
countries.
countries
Mm-hmm.
and they ate the same way they usually eat and they lost weight.
Yeah.
So that goes to tell you, you know, the kind of stuff that's allowed to be put in our food. So
Yeah.
we got
So
to be careful.
so a lot of people, I dropped a video over on Facebook, because a lot of people asked us how did my husband reverse his diabetes. Now that does take time. It is a job. You got to work at that.
It takes
Um,
discipline.
it take discipline and it
Yeah.
take time. You cannot say, well, sometime I'm gonna give myself a break this weekend. You don't take a break when you're trying to reverse something like diabetes. You got to hit it hard. And I kept saying to him, I think you should go carnivore because my husband love meat. You can eat an all meat, 100% meat diet and meat and fat, healthy fats, and your body, see how your body respond to it. His body, I know, will respond great to it. Plus, he love meat. But what we did was we cut out everything. We cut out sugar and wheat for a certain amount of time just to see. And majority of what we ate, probably 99% of our diet was taco soup, which was healthy meats and fats, beans and lentils. And that was it for a while. Cheese and eggs. He ate cheese and eggs and bacon for breakfast. He used the fat from his bacon, because that's important. But a whole lot of taco soup because he needed the beans, the lentils, uh, everything that's low on a GI, glycemic index scale, and it won't spike your glucose. That give your body time to heal, and that's what we did. We stayed below everything, but it was mainly meat and beans, and of course, it's eggs and bacon. I mean, meat and cheese, water and lemon, and that was it. And his numbers started coming down so fast. And then I started playing with the almond flour maybe 6 weeks after we started that diet. I wanted to start introducing him back to normal life, eating some things. So we started with the almond flour. What did we cook with almond flour first? I can't even remember. I cooked
We
so much.
tried everything. We tried
I know I did.
frying chicken, and we
Mm-hmm.
tried shrimp, frying shrimp, and then we did
Oh,
cookies.
I did cookies. I did a pound cake, and
Mm-hmm.
he would eat like crazy. And I would check his blood sugar like an hour later, and it would do good. And I put sugar in it. His blood sugar would never spike. And that made us realize, wait a minute, maybe it's not the sugar, even though we use raw cane sugar. It got to be something else. The only other thing we could change really was the flour. So we did our research, and my husband decided, let's get these iron corn berries. And we got that. And now I've been making muffins and bread and all this different stuff. And his blood sugar is stable. So that let me know that it's not so much of the sugar, it's more so of the flour because he stays stable. And when I did my research in flour versus sugar, we should consume things 55 and below on a glycemic index chart. So when we look at sugar, sugar sit at 59 on a glycemic index chart, which isn't good, but it isn't terrible. And then when you look at, hey, Kelly, good morning. When you look at white wheat, like white bread, it sit at 69 or something like that. Who crying, Booty?
Yeah,
Did she throw that ball in there or
and it's
something?
not even just the fact that it's so high on the scale. It's the fact that our bodies don't process it right, which
But
that's
I
something
think
that's
that's
not
why
told us.
I think that's why it make it so high,
Mm-hmm.
because our body don't process it.
Mm-hmm.
But then most people, they'll see white bread and they'll say, I need to cut back on white. I ain't eating nothing white. No potatoes, no bread, no pasta, no this. But you'll eat wheat. You'll turn to wheat, brown wheat, which is 79 on a glycemic index chart, which is top and worse than sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So that made us say, okay, Let's switch over. And the reason for that is because, is like my husband was just saying, our body doesn't recognize it because it's hibernized.
Yep.
When this doctor created this hibernized wheat back in the 70s and got a Nobel Peace Prize for it, it was like it was all about money. We can go from these tall, leggy stalks of wheat that were too heavy and breaking in the wind, and that was taking money from the farmers. We'll create something short that can take the wind and produce a whole lot of wheat. That's money, and that's all they looked at that time, is money. Once he got that going in the 90s, they put it in everything, and now it's too. As I always say, it's 2024 now, and look at us.
So the people that have been battling diabetes for the longest, they have they've been doing everything they thought they could, and they could not bring their sugar levels down. They still battle with it. It's because you never change your intake of flour. The flour that's the cause of all the issues. If you take that out of your diet, which is not real easy, because if you cook, you can't control what's in your food. You got to cook, especially when you're trying to get this down, and your body will do what it's supposed to do. Now, y'all heard us say plenty of times that, guys, if you give your body the right conditions, it will correct itself. But long as it's still battling the stuff that you putting in it, it can't fix itself. So take away everything that's fighting against your body to do what it's supposed to do, and your body will correct itself. In most situations, your body will heal on its own if you give it the right conditions. So that means you got to eat right and be disciplined. If you're the kind of person that say, because I want it, I'ma just eat it, you never gonna beat that battle. You gonna have to say, I'm gonna eat what I need to eat,
So I can be better.
yeah, so I could be better.
Yeah, because God created us so that the body will self heal. We usually shouldn't have to run to the doctor to heal from everything. So we got to go back. Think about it. Back in the days, what did they do? They didn't run to the doctor. They healed themselves. The neighbors healed each other, or they had somebody in the neighborhood that had every plant you can think of, weeds, and she healed people. She helped people heal. We just started this, but things are getting worse for us health wise because we lean more towards. We work so much we don't have time. So I'm gonna stop and get a loaf of bread and some lunch meat or something, and this is what we gonna eat. Well, I can eat tuna on wheat bread, even though we in our mind we making better decisions. In reality, it's not better because man has tampered with it. And I always say, once man play with something or try to outdo what God did behind money, he mess it all up. So we got to go back, and it may be hard. It may be because we have lived all these years doing this. Even when I made the bread the other day, I said, this bread don't even look right. I told my husband, this bread don't look right. I said, it's kind of flat, but it's soft. So when he tried the bread, I was in one end of the house and he was at the other. He was yelling through the house. I said, oh Lord, that bread. He said, this bread is good. Now your palate is introduced to something new. And I didn't do anything special to it. Same way I make bread, the only thing I did was use these new berries. And it gave it so much more flavor. It's filling, like you don't have to eat a whole lot because you ain't satisfied. And your body can digest it good. It does have gluten in it. And I said in one of my videos, it's a different type of gluten. This is the gluten that we are used to. What we should be used to. Most people are gluten intolerant or have these gluten allergies because it's a hybridized product. If we go back to the original, you won't have that issue. And that's what this, it doesn't have a lot of gluten in this flour, but the gluten that's there is healthy. Your body will recognize it and it'll process it the way it's supposed to. Yeah, just so I would say if you can't afford to invest in, and they do have cheaper grinders, they have an attachment for the KitchenAid. The attachment for the KitchenAid is a little iffy. It will burn out your KitchenAid, so you got to be careful with that. To me, it's not worth burning out my KitchenAid. Um, you can use a blender, a high powered blender. It won't get it as fine as the mill will, but it's a start. I would suggest just buy you a bag of flour. Somebody said the other day they bought 3 pounds. It was $10, and it made what she say 2 loaves of bread. She said, but that was the best bread she had ever had. I would say get you a bag of flour and try it. If you can do it for 30 days, um, I would try it. I have a gluten challenge. I believe I've had gluten challenges. So probably so, and it's because our body doesn't recognize the junk, you know. And sometimes it take a certain amount of time. Nothing happen overnight. Most of the time, it just take time. We got our berries from Amazon.
So if we look on our storefront, you can find all the stuff that we use.
Yeah,
The stuff that we have tried and we actually believe in, we put it in our storefront so
it's easy
people
to
don't
find.
have to keep asking us where to go and
Mhm.
what links and all that. So you can just go there and find what you need and purchase it.
So it's
But understand if you get that already milled, it don't have as
yeah,
nutrients
the
in it
nutrients.
as the freshly milled, but
Hmm.
it is
It's better.
better.
So you want an ancient grain. So look into ancient grains, and that's what you want. The ones we have, these icon berries, my husband got, they were they came from Idaho. So in the United States, which I love about that, and they are the original wheat. There are different types of ancient berries. So definitely do your research in each ancient berry and see which one would we prefer or which one do we like. The machine I have is a bamboo hand carved bamboo machine. That one costs about $450. There are different yeah, spelt is another good one. Um
That would be probably your most used piece of equipment. While you may not think so, flour is used pretty much for everything.
everything,
So if you're gonna
everything.
bake, if you're gonna fry some foods and you want to cover it with some flour, I mean you're gonna need it. Almost any and everything that you use got some flour in it. So therefore, you're making
Mhm.
gravy if you make that,
Yeah.
but you actually doing it with some good wholesome grains
Yeah.
that will process through your body the way it's supposed to, won't give you the
Goodness.
information,
Yo dog.
and won't hurt when it's time to. Ooh, Jesus. Who you got his butt up against the
He
door?
do.
Yeah. Jesus.
Throw a pass gas, y'all. It was silent.
It got
But deadly.
Jesus. Make you don't want to talk. It go in your mouth. So, guys, think about this is our problem, and it's pretty simple, right? We have the chemicals
Hold
now.
up. She said, hold up. Let's go back to gravy. Laugh out loud. I love it.
Oh yeah, gravy.
Yeah.
Gravy is a must love thing down this way in the south.
That dog.
So I was thinking about stewing down some pork chops today, and definitely you're gonna need some flour for that, right? But
Yeah.
think about what we have today that we didn't have then. We got a whole bunch of more chemicals that's put into our foods, which is damaging to our body because it's foreign. Then you have all these GMO foods. Is everybody decided to make products better? They want them to look prettier, make look bigger, and stay longer lasting on the shelves so they can actually sell them. So the way something look is generally the reason why you buy it to eat it, but that's not necessarily what's good. So getting a good product that's non-GMO,
And not full of preservatives and
preservatives and
chemicals
chemicals.
because
Yep.
that's preserving these issues too.
He
Yeah.
must be still
He
doing it.
did. He did.
Jesus.
Look, they said, let's go outside for a minute. What's crazy is He laying right here at the
He could go
studio
lay
door.
anywhere, but why he gonna lay
He
right
laying right here at the studio door, and he got his butt up against the door, the
there? Give
gate.
me that spray. I want to go and spray
Um,
his butt and see if he'll move.
give me my him and his look at
Yeah, nasty joker.
him and his he got his little chicken man. Him and his chicken man laying out there at the door. Ooh,
He
but
gotta
that
be as close to his mama as he can possibly get.
he right pushed up against the doors. Awful. But don't knock all this stuff down.
No, you don't.
The thing is with life, like we do look at money. Money is an object. We can barely afford to pay bills and keep our head above water. But if we can take control of our health again, we'll feel better and have more energy to be able to do things. But right now they got us in a chokehold because we doing we doing the best we can. Getting rid of all the toxins. He like, what we talking about? Yeah. We most people are doing the best they can, and it costs too much to eat healthy. You know, which is sickening. Then they try to deter you into not growing your own foods, which we're gonna talk about this week too, because we setting up our winter garden in the living room. We live in our house, and we gonna grow food some way or another, indoors and outdoor. I will never let anybody tell us we cannot have a garden or we cannot grow our own foods. They will try to mess with you about this, but there are so many ways. Even if you live in an apartment, um, uh, whatever you live in, you can grow something, and all of this will help you with your living. You know, even going to the store and getting something that say organic. Can we trust that? I mean, they put everything in our food, but again, they don't put it on the label. So can we trust that? And what is organic? Does organic mean they have to stop spraying this crop 30 days before is harvested, and they can keep spraying this over here, and that's what set it aside from organic? Or does organic mean, to us, it means no pesticides, no chemicals ever?
You're
So
right, Michael. We've been lied to for a long, long
too
time.
long, too long. And that's the thing. Like, this wheat started in the 70s, and here we are 40 years later. People are sick. Our kids are born sick. Our kids are sick. Like, I don't remember ever losing a classmate due to sickness when I was little. I mean, I'm not saying that it never happened. I just don't remember it. Like now, kids lose each other. Kids lose their friends. It's crazy. Hey, Oscar, Pain Away has helped me tremendously. So let me see if I can give you the link for Amazon. So we just got to do better. We always say we need to have these conversations. We get questions every day about these topics, and I think they're important. One thing about us, we ain't afraid to talk about it. Our videos get flagged all the time, and Bobby just asked me this morning, why is this video flagged? Because we were talking about health, but it's okay.
Yeah, we got people, our neighbors that been eating certain vegetables all their life, and they love them, and they tried our vegetables that we grow, which is always non-GMO, and they like, that's the best tomato I ever taste in my life, because they never really taste a real tomato. And so when they say non-GMO, these are the original fruit.
Yeah.
They're not ones that man-made. So they have all the nutrients and taste and vitamins in it that they're supposed to have in them.
Tyson the Pit Bull. Am I your granny?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. I hope you had an amazing weekend. Good morning. He said, hello, Black Granny. I'm that grandma. It was designed that way so we could depend on. Yeah, so I always say, people say, oh, they own government assistance because they get a welfare check, food stamps, or whatever. I say we all under government assistance because look at us. If we go into the store and depending on them for everything or majority of, We under government assistance. We should depend on the store for the bare minimum. We should be going and getting things so we can keep making things and doing for ourselves. We have to take that time instead of sitting around watching 8 hours of TV. We have to take that time to do things for ourselves so we can get from under this government assistance because they dogging us out. They do anything to us. I'm attempting to grow tomatoes indoors this year. I just need my husband to help me dump my container so I can bring it in, but I'm gonna attempt to grow tomatoes indoor throughout the summer. I mean throughout the winter anyway, and then we'll
Yeah, you get an earlier start
yeah.
of harvesting, which we can harvest longer. We live in an area where it gets pretty hot and the bugs get really bad, so it's hard to maintain your foods in the middle of the summer when the bugs are at the fullest.
Yes, I'm everybody's granny,
So
auntie, uncle, all of it.
that's the thing. Somebody asked the question, will we give them any advice when it comes to starting their homestead or garden?
Try Baker Creek for seeds, heirloom seeds. Go ahead.
Yeah, that Baker Creek is amazing.
Yeah.
So I told them and I tell everybody, if you didn't grow up gardening or growing and or you ain't doing it now, there's a learning curve.
You my mama.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. So you got to get past that curve, and you can't go out and start doing too much too
Like
soon.
me, trust me. We learned that the hard way
Yeah, it's too
because
much
I
work.
I did I grew up in the city and gardening was not me. I'm terrified of bugs and everything, but my husband loved it. So, and watching our friend grow to 108 years of life made me feel like it's more to life than just working and doing things in the house, cooking or whatever. My husband lived outside playing with his banana plants and what did you do on dragon fruit? Yeah,
Hmm.
dragon fruit. And once Sandy passed away, our friend passed away. She was 108 on her 108th birthday. He said, "Well, I don't want you to go back to work because the medical field that was in the time of COVID, even though it had calmed down." So I went out and started dibbling in the yard to see what is this growing your own food all about, and let him teach me some things. And I went crazy. I would go out there and drop seeds everywhere, and then when it sprout,
Free sourdough.
I need to feed the sourdough, but I need another reminder.
Mhm.
Um,
Alexa, remind us in 30 minutes about the sourdough.
so when I went out there, I would drop seeds everywhere, and I would wait for them to sprout. And then my husband, I would say, "Oh, I dropped this seed," and I would drop. When I say drop seeds everywhere, I would just try it because I don't know what I'm doing to this day. I just drop seeds, and I let him deal with the aftermath. But he always say, "Let me know when you want to drop seeds, so I'll know what we got going on. I can get the ground ready." But see, I didn't know any of that was important. Um, can cayenne be grown indoor? Yeah,
Yes.
you
You
can.
need all the same things. You need the right amount of, the right temperature, the food, the water, and the light.
Mm-hmm.
All that is important. You got to have the light. And it can't be just any light. It got to be a light. You got all the spectrums. So if you don't have a window where it can ample amount of light, then it's not gonna work. So you have to get like a grow light.
He setting everybody Alexa off. She said, my Alexa said, okay. She heard your voice. Somebody else, Carolyn said, my Alexa just responded to your command. So yeah, we got Alexa set every day to feed sourdough. Um, but do you have to do anything special for the soil before dropping the seed?
You want to amend your soil based off of what you're growing. So some things need more of different elements than other things. So you got to be familiar with what you're growing and make sure that soil has plenty of it in it. So like for instance, your green leafy vegetables, you definitely want to have all the nitrogen in it that you can possibly get. But you don't want to overdo nothing. So if you can test your soil and find out exactly what it has in it and then what it is missing and replace what's missing in it, you will get a better, stronger plant. So
fungus gnats are a thing, especially when you're growing indoor.
indoors, yeah.
But what we have learned is what about gnats and bugs, and they don't like healthy plants or
Mm-hmm.
healthy soil. So if the soil and the plants are healthy, you won't have that issue for the most part. Which we'll go in depth with. I guess my husband will, cause he know more about gardening and different things. I'm good at dropping seeds, and then I'm good at harvesting
I'm still
sometimes.
getting better at making sure I have, all the micronutrients in my soil that I need. You know, I've been a rubble grower for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
so all I did was go out and I mended my soil with manure and sometimes, and help for the best. I did pretty good. I never really had an issue of not having my plants grow, but if I got the right micronutrients in there, the plant will grow stronger, which makes the cell walls on the plant stronger, which make it unappealable to the
Bugs and
bugs.
pests, yeah.
Hmm.
So like last year, this year we purchased Soil 3. What is it? Humus compost.
Hmm.
A big bag of humus compost, and we put it in all our beds. Well, I get excited when it get warm, and I feel like we need to be dropping seeds, and I dropped a bunch of squash seeds out. Well, I didn't drop a bunch. I put two in one place and one somewhere else.
But I just so happen to have all my onions and garlic
He
in those
did. He
beds.
did. He lined all the beds with onion and garlic, and then had I come behind him like this bed is too empty. Let me put some squash seeds out here. I dropped three seeds.
And they drowned out all my onions and garlic.
Those were the most beautiful plants ever. They grew fast and huge and gave us a whole lot of fruit, which I need to make pies now. Um, with one of our pumpkins, with one of our squash. But oh my God, it was very healthy soil, and the plants did great. So everybody always say the squash borer,
Hmm.
vine borers, something, squash bugs
Hmm.
always eat their
Squash.
squash plants.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looked like. I don't even know what that is. We grew three different kind of squash. We had no issues at all.
But keep in mind that we did grow
Hardly.
non-GMO
Mm-hmm.
squash. So you got to understand some of the squash that we know that's popular, or any of these fruit that's popular, are not necessarily natural fruit
Yes.
or vegetables.
Yeah, they
They are
hybrids.
hybridized.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, Jeanette. So I did use. I am using the acorn berries for sourdough, which by the way is very busy sometimes. Well, I know around day 3 and 4 it can go crazy, and it was going crazy, growing like by the second. And I was like, oh my God, this thing is growing. So now we at day 5, I think, and it's going in its dormant stage, and it's doing great. This is the furthest we have ever gotten in sourdough. I tried sourdough one time and it failed because I couldn't remember to feed it and I didn't know what I was doing. And Bobby was like, "Why you ain't just?" I said, "I don't know what I'm doing." So he tried it, and what happened?
I forgot about it too.
Totally forgot about it, and it failed again. So this time we've been setting a reminder and focus because I'm not making bread and all this other stuff, and it's doing good. Do you use a trellis to grow your plants like tomatoes, cucumber, squash, and long bean? We do. And I'll start dropping some of the old videos because what that'll do is help you get prepared for the spring. Right now, you let me tell you what you want to be doing right now. You want to see what can grow well in your climate. When is your last frost date? Right now, you want to know when your last frost date is because you want to start getting your seeds right now. Because people like us who will start I start dropping seeds in December so that our plants can go out in the beginning of the year because our season is early. We have an early warm season. Our winters are mild, so
most of the time.
we want our seeds as early as we can. So people up north, when they start getting tomatoes and thinking about tomato seeds, and they go looking for seeds, they all sold out. So right now, you want to think about, what do I want to grow? We put tomatoes on a trellis, cucumber on a trellis, and beans on a trellis. Squash, we did trellis the trombozine,
Hmm.
and what else did we trellis? That's it. Because
Just my melons.
muskigees,
Mhm.
the muskigees are too heavy to trellis for sure. They got
Yeah,
up to
don't even
20
try
something,
that.
30 pounds. Um, and the Romanesco just grow like a big bush. Ours was like huge, and it was crazy. So you definitely want to do your research now as it's getting colder into what am I going to grow. So I will drop those videos again so y'all can see some of the things and get some ideas of, wait a minute, I might want to try to grow that, because you need to work on seeds now, because you might be a little bit like us.
Yeah. So it's very, very important that you know your climate,
Oh,
and
yeah.
don't think just because a content creator is growing such and such at certain times that
You
it's
can
the
grow
right
it.
time for you to grow it.
Yeah.
And once we're harvesting, we've been growing for a while by then. So if you say, well, I want to start growing those, well, it may be too late for you to start growing them because we'd have been growing them for a minute, and
Yeah.
now we harvesting them. So if we drop some of these videos during the winter time, you can get a good idea of what you may want to grow. That way you can be ready. So when they get the right temperature in your area, you can go ahead and get it done, and y'all will be harvesting at the same time we harvesting, right?
Yep. Yep. Um, Good, Joyce. Yeah, you can use that. Long as it's Redmond's, you can use that for your Soleil water. You can put salt in your water and let it dissolve. Yep. All Redmond salt come from Utah. They do sell it in different places. Like I know they sell it in Brighter Day and our natural food store. So you can find it some places all over the world. Um, can you give me a good place to start? I have 42 different medical herb seeds, but I have no way. If you, I would do research,
She
because
have
that's a lot of
no.
seeds.
She ain't got nowhere to plant them.
Where it's just she don't know what she's doing. So when you grow stuff like mints are very invasive. I would start in a pot so you can control it. Basil is very invasive. Invasive. So depending on what you have, a lot of herb seeds need to be cold stratified. You can put them on a paper towel. Some of the seeds on a paper towel, fold it up, label your bag, put them in a Ziploc bag, and put them in a refrigerator or the freezer for 2 weeks, 4 weeks. That'll cold stratify them, and then you can sow them indoor and get them growing. But some things are invasive. Like my husband was cutting grass yesterday, and when I walked out the door, it smelled like basil. And he was on the other side of the property cutting. Basil is just all over our property now, and I think it's the birds or the wind blowing or something, but it's everywhere. If you don't want that issue, you want to make sure you know, what is this going to do. Our mint, we got a whole mint field. So some things you want to control them, keep them in pots, but only you know what seeds you have. So you need to figure out what need cold stratification, what need warm soil. Where should I start first?
My advice, if you know, cayenne is the most versatile and the best herb to me that you
Yes.
can grow, and it is pretty easy. So I would definitely drop cayenne.
Now.
Yeah, whenever you ready, and they fruit a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to find good cayenne. And if you do buy it from someplace, you can't guarantee that they haven't
Sprayed
did
it.
something
Mm-hmm.
with it. So grow your own.
Yeah.
It's too easy to grow to not grow your own. And the rest of that stuff, you kind of got to see what works for you and your family. What will you use? Are
Mm-hmm.
you a mint user? Then yeah, there's all kind of different kind of mints you can use.
Yeah.
I mean, all kind of. You have to look at your life. Don't don't waste your time growing stuff that you're not gonna use or you don't know other people could use. So
That's me. I'm always growing stuff, and I have no clue. I'd be like, "What is that?" I dropped some what was that, melon seeds in his watermelon patch, and then the melon popped up, and I was like, "What is that?" He said, "I don't know. It's some type of look like a little flat pumpkin." I was like, "Oh, that's the Prescott melon." Just dropping seeds just because I wanted to see, but that's me. Bobby dropped with a purpose. I dropped just because. So you got to be careful around me. Um, Sourdough. So I do have a video coming out with sourdough because it's tedious, but you have to do things like set your Alexa to stay on top of it, and I'll show you the whole process with sourdough. I didn't want to drop the video early, like now, because I'm just in my feeding stage. Unless you want a video of me just feeding it for a couple days, this will go on for 2 weeks. So it does take a few weeks to get your sourdough nice and strong and started. Um, Good source for seeds. We use Baker Creek. Baker Creek has been good to us over the years. One time we didn't believe in seeds at all. We were like, people are crazy growing from seed. But now we love our seeds, and we probably got a couple million.
So, guys, if you get that Baker Creek catalog, be
I have it.
careful. That jab is like a drug.
It's behind you. The
You,
other way.
Mm.
Go that way.
What?
The seed catalog right there.
What you want me to get?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, tell me.
I was saying, get it. It's right there. This is a seed catalog. What you say about it?
It is addictive. I mean, once you get into seeds, this is like a drug, guys. If you read the description, you see these things here. That's crazy. And
This the
these,
old one.
yeah, these are non-GMO seeds for the most part, guys, and they'll give you all the descriptions of how these fruit and vegetables taste, and it's crazy. And
And they
it's gonna
put
be
the
stuff you ain't never saw in your life.
they put the dumbest pictures in this book though. Like, look at this. Why would you not want to grow this stuff? Like, why would y'all do
And then
this?
you read the description, talk about tropical fruit taste.
Yeah.
To what?
One time,
What is that?
the first year,
A tomato with a tropical.
the first year, Bobby was like, no, we ain't buying no seeds from there." And then I started reading what the seeds, what the fruit tastes like, and he was like, "Well, go ahead and get those." And then he started reading the book, and he was like, "Well, get these too." I said, "Oh yeah, that's what it do for you." So you definitely want to be careful with a book like this, but it's great.
Look at the size of some of this stuff. What was that? A cauliflower. You seen that little boy holding that thing? I might have passed it. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Giant. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then, I mean, when I tell you so many different varieties of everything that you never will see.
Never.
Like you'll never see them in the store. You never heard of them, but they are the original beans, the original melons,
Thank
the
you,
original
Sarah.
onions, the original everything.
One of our favorite, the snake
The
beans.
snake beans.
Our snake beans don't look like this. They be like 6 feet tall and the
But
size of your arm.
Yeah, you can harvest them at any point.
Yeah.
But they are still just as good when they get humongous. So, and you talking about good, guys. You wouldn't think so. Now that's nasty.
It's disgusting.
We got that. We grew that this year.
And we got about
bitter
4.
melon.
We got 4 on the plant. I think I'm going to give them to my neighbors so they can try it.
Yeesh.
Share in this can. But it's not good. But yeah, these catalog, and you can request a free catalog from Baker Creek, and they'll send it to you. Or you can purchase the big book, which they have a new book this year, but it's interesting. It break down every seed that they got. The big book does. And y'all, when you see this stuff, you're gonna be like, these are all non-GMO. This is the Rare Seed Company, all heirloom seeds. It's crazy. So go to rareseeds.com and you can request a book. Sometime they'll upgrade you to the big book, but the big book does cost, I'm not sure, $14. Again, this is last year's book. You can either request the book. Look, nope. AJ said not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Just request a free catalog, or you can purchase the big book, which is dangerous.
So, Baker Creek, they usually sponsor us doing Family Expo. So we generally will have a good bit of seeds and we give them out at the expo. So
Yeah.
if you come into the expo, we
Yeah,
get a good
we have a
chance.
free seed table.
Mm-hmm.
Ran by a crazy seed lady. It's so funny. Our seed lady is so happy at the seed table. It's like a little kid the whole time, just big old smile. I think that's the worst job for somebody like her, but you couldn't give it to somebody no better because she loves seeds. She loves to talk about plants, and she knows small space gardening. She grew in what 180 square foot apartment for years. So she is definitely a good one to talk to when it comes to what can I grow in a small space. Even though she grew mango plants and everything. Baker Creek, yes.
Yeah, so people always asking us about selling seeds or whatever. Like
Thank you, Peppermint.
we want to encourage people to grow. So
Yeah, when we got them, we give them.
yeah, we try to give them out when we got them. So
Yeah.
so we can promote somebody to start growing. You know, we've been blessed enough for people to tell us that they started growing. You know, their whole family be out there with them, and that is something that's these kids gonna remember for the rest of their lives because their mom and dad got out there in the garden and grew with them. And
Yeah.
they may be able to pull on that experience
Yeah,
at some
Captain.
point.
When they sent that book, I was like, why would they do that? Why would they do that to us? So, Soil Family Expo is hosted in Savannah, Georgia. It's a nonprofit my husband and I created almost 4 years ago. We started it because community is important. We need each other, and most people were terrified of each other after COVID. But we needed each other more then than we did before because we need to know how to grow and raise our own food and make our own products, especially if something like that come or worse. We need to know these things. So we decided, let's do this little meetup in Savannah down around the fountain, which turned into something bigger. And we just went with the flow. So here we have Soil Family Expo, our fourth annual Soil Family Expo coming up April
Fourth
4th
through the sixth.
through the 6th, 2025. The website is soilfamily.com. You can register there. You can get details. Our itinerary is there, what we got going on, and all this good stuff. You can register for different events. Everything is free except Savannah Children's Museum is $10. You pay that at the door at the Savannah Children's Museum, and our dinner is prepaid. All the instructions, everything is there. But it's open. It's open to the public, and anybody is welcome. It's friendly for kids. They can come and enjoy themselves just as much as adults come and enjoy themselves. We do spend a lot of time downtown on River Street just so we can see the sights and the sounds of Savannah and enjoy just being out there on the river. But getting to know each other is what's most important. This year, we have a special day over at Savannah Citrus with Tom Cooler. Savannah Citrus. So Bobby will go over there soon and get some footage of Savannah Citrus. We got some. It was dark, but we did the best we could. So we'll go back and get. But Savannah Citrus is a citrus grove located here in Savannah, Georgia, and he gonna teach y'all all about growing citrus in ground or in pots.
Mm-hmm. Anywhere
in the world, not just in Savannah, but anywhere. Just order the free catalog from Baker Creek. So simple, right?
So if you live in a cold climate and you don't think you can grow certain citrus, this class will be the perfect place for you to be. So he can teach you how to grow in pots. So you can actually bring a pot with a big citrus plant in and protect it, and then bring it back out when the weather get right.
Yeah.
He actually grows in pots. He got big trees that got a lot of fruit on them, and they in pots.
And some of them
so
don't even get
exactly how to do it.
Some of them don't get terribly big.
Grown, not big.
Yeah.
He grow on a dwarf kind of
plant.
size tree.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised. So that class will be free. And that one is April 4th from
That
at 10
Friday.
a.m. And again, all everything will be at SoilFamily.com. Um, Savannah Citrus class and tour is free, and we'll hang out there for a couple hours and chit chat and take pictures and videos and all that good stuff. You will have a chance to purchase your trees that day from Savannah Citrus. You'll have first dibs of what he have left, and you'll be able to talk to him and say, hey, I live in Canada, or I live in New York, and I want to grow citrus. How can I do this? You know, we get a lot of snow, blah blah. He'll tell you exactly what you can or should grow and how to grow it, and also send you home with souvenirs if you are at Savannah Citrus. So it's gonna be fun. But we start on Thursday because some people come in a week early, and we spend a lot of time with people.
A day early. Not early.
Yeah, I said we start Thursday.
Yeah. You said some people come in a week early.
Yeah,
What
they
time?
do.
A week? A whole week?
Yeah, Miss Tina was here a whole week
Oh,
prior to.
yeah.
So I mean, whenever people come in, we start on Thursday. So we'll start Thursday and we start dinners at like Jim and Nick's, but you'll see the entire schedule there, and we just try to hang out with y'all and have a good time and build community. Because again, it's important to know each other. We never know where we'll end up at in the world, and we can always reach out to each other and say, "Hey, I'm in Carolina. Where you at?" So it's good to know each other and bounce ideas off each other, grow from each other, learn from each other. So soilfamily.com is the website.
And if you want to donate, we will surely appreciate it. You know, we do everything based off of donations. So
Mm-hmm.
the more we can actually get, the more we can do. So we appreciate any donations. If you can't make it, hey,
Yeah, we've had people donate dinners. They'll say, "Oh, I paid for dinner, but I'm donating it to whoever." That or they say, "I'm paying for y'all dinner. I'm paying for somebody's dinner." So feel free to donate if you can't make it.
it
If
is
if
not is a nonprofit. So
some companies send things for giveaways, like garden benches and different tools, or we've had people send us seeds, sunflower seeds. They harvest Bobby's favorite sunflower seeds that they harvest from their own plants, and they packaged them up and put stickers on them and sent us a whole big box of seeds to give away to everybody. So that was good. But those are the only seeds Bobby ever want. He always say, "I want my Grace and Fire sunflower seeds." So people are always donating. So feel free to donate. The address, everything you need is there, but you can always send us a message. So if you have any more questions, I did see something, but I lost it. So soilfamily.org, soilfamily.com, April 4th through the 6th, 2025 in Savannah, Georgia. We love to see y'all. But now it's time to go because I got a lot of work to do. We're going to talk more gardening and different things probably this week because now is a good time to start thinking about your spring garden for 2025. Because you need to start thinking, what do I want to grow? If you get this catalog from Baker Creek, you're gonna drive yourself crazy because they got a million tomatoes in here, which to me is a little overkill. But you'll start reading all of the descriptions and you'll feel like, oh, I need to grow that. Oh no, I need to grow this. Oh, why is it so many choices in tomatoes? They all taste different. Bobby loved this Dr. White. Oh, this is that's a different one. Orange peach tomato. Why would they do that? That's crazy. All these different kind of tomatoes. We
yeah,
got a
Shannon, we are
pineapple
on YouTube.
tomato. So you want to go ahead and get these catalogs so you can start trying to figure out, what am I going to grow? What do I want to grow? What can I grow? What do I need to grow? They have herbs in here also, but amazing catalog. And it'll help you understand grow zones and all this different stuff. But we will talk about it.
So Shannon, we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Threads,
Threads,
TikTok.
and TikTok.
Is that all?
That's it. Under the same name.
Yes, and blacktropical.com, our website. So y'all have an amazing day. Remember, self-healing is real. You can heal yourself. You just have to give the body the right conditions to do so. Hey, Butler, what's up, Soil Family? So thank y'all.
Butler family.
Yes.
What's
I
up?
want to come for a birthday, for your birthday songs. Miss T Ray, what's up, Soil Family? So no, don't go. I will miss you. I know. She'd be like, "Where y'all at? What y'all doing?" So definitely get your catalogs, y'all. Again, 2025 catalogs. I think they are out, but it's important. We will, after I'm finished setting up my garden place a little bit better, we will do a video so y'all can see how we start our starts indoors before it get too warm outside. This is how we beat the heat when it comes to tomatoes, because we try to grow enough tomatoes for the year. Hey, Miss T.
That's gonna be rough this year if we don't eat that meat.
Well, no, we got more space now than we usually do.
Do we?
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I like to start our seeds like in December. But I gotta figure out. We grow more paste tomatoes. We lost all our tomatoes, so we definitely on a game plan to make sure we have
over 100 pounds
of tomatoes gone.
Yeah.
So we on our game now to make sure we drop enough seeds so we can get enough to recoup from that, and it's doable. You just have to make a game plan. And Bobby, he do a lot in the garden, so he can show you all of that. One more question: what's the best way to store fresh ginger root? On the counter. I store mine on the counter. I don't put it up. If you plan to grow some, I put mine in a box that I can close up, and I put a little bit of soil in there, and it's usually dry, and I close it up, and I store that until I plant some more. But most of the time when we pull our ginger and turmeric, we go ahead and put what we want right back in the ground.
Hey, Sarah.
We put what we want right back in the ground, but sometimes I do bring it in and put it in a box. I love if you talk more about how to help diabetes. I'm pre-diabetic and taking. So pre-diabetic is your diet. I would definitely cut out wheat right now. No white potato, no rice, no pasta, no bread, no anything that got wheat in it. I don't care if it's a whole wheat, organic wheat, whatever kind of wheat they say, it's a lie. I will cut it all out for a while. You are better off with, as pre-diabetic, you better off eating meat, beans, and drinking water. And I'm not saying vegetables because
if you ain't growing them, you don't know them,
you don't know. So if you just meat and beans right now for a couple weeks, you'll see your body starting to do better, and your blood sugar levels will regulate. You need to get your A1C down, because that, pre-diabetic, it'll start, your A1C will start rising, which is your 3-month blood sugar, and that'll let them know how long you've been suffering with this. So definitely change your diet. You can go carnivore, or you can just do healthy fats, which are healthy meats, beans, nuts, seeds, water, and lemon.
Yeah, you talking about for the magnesium or just for the food?
Well, I'm saying for diabetes.
Yeah. So, we talked about it before. You're trying to cut all those things out of your diet is really important, but you will then put your body back in a position where it can actually start fixing itself. Mm-hmm. You don't want to go back to what was hurting it.
Yes.
So that's why we switched our wheats.
Yeah. So once you cut out, good morning, Soil Family. If y'all can be so kind of hit the thumbs up on your way in, we'd appreciate you. So like we did taco soup, which is beans, lentils, and yeah, your Alexa reminder went off that he said, yeah, ours did too. And meat, healthy fats. We had friends that went totally carnivore for 30 days. because they were having issues with diabetes, and it reset their body just in 30 days. So we did taco soup because it tastes good, but we cut out everything. Now we use the einkorn wheat berries because it's a healthier choice. That's what our body need originally. That should be ancient grains should be our only choice in the grocery store. But ancient grains are the only choice we really don't have in most grocery stores. Very few stores you may find it, but you ain't gonna hardly find it. Which is sad, but
because it can't compare to the price
of nothing.
of that flour that they got.
Yeah.
And most people have no idea when they're looking at it what it means. So it's the select few that's coming into lives and doing their research, and or maybe come up in that background, know that how important that stuff is to your body.
Yeah.
And they the only one gonna buy it. They the only one that's gonna pay the extra money to purchase that.
The taco soup video is we already dropped it. I think yesterday. What I did was I posted the taco seasoning reel, and then I posted the taco soup video, because the seasoning I used in the taco soup video is just seasoning that I made, but it's definitely your diet. And now, but we cut out everything because we needed to reset our bodies. And now that we've done this big master reset, when we do start adding stuff back too, it need to be a different decision. It need to be something healthier. So I traveled to Amish country to get 50-pound bag of einkorn berries. The Amish know what they.
You lucky to be in close proximity to people who grow that. That is amazing.
Hey, South Florida sunshine. I still gotta get used to your new name. What's up, Soil Sister? So good too. Buckwheat, yes, yeah, they good too. I remember when y'all planted that banana tree in the front yard. Yes, that banana tree has given us
you've been here for
hundreds of bananas.
Yeah.
So but it just reset your body. You got to do a hard cut for a certain amount of time so you can get your diabetes back under control. And then when you do add stuff back, it need to be healthy choices. So we'll start dropping videos of some of the things we make with the einkorn berries, because a lot of people have issues with bread, or they want to make cakes and they just like, I can't make cakes. Even now that I started adding the raw sugar back to my husband's diet, his blood sugar isn't spiking like it was. He had terrible spikes. Now he doesn't even have those spikes. I check his blood sugar, it might be 105, 110, which is great compared to what it was doing. And the only thing I've changed mainly now is our flour.
And guys, keep in mind, I worked out all the time and I still had that issue. So it wasn't my lifestyle as much as it was the food that I was eating. So everything got a bad wheat in it, and you eating a whole bunch of it because you need it. Because if you want to grow muscles, you got to eat a lot of food, and eating a lot of bad stuff gonna eventually catch up with you.
Yeah, yes.
And most people who live like that have this issue.
Yeah, you can order. Our site is open if you need it, paint away or wild yam or anything. Our site is open for it. So did you take dairy out of your diet too? No. So what my husband eat mainly is taco soup or meat. Like I'll fix ribs or chicken or whatever. He'll eat meat. He'll eat taco soup, but he put loads of cheese in his taco soup. He eat eggs for breakfast. He uses healthy fats. So he'll fry the bacon and render the fat off the bacon, and that's what he fry his eggs in. And he'll put cheese in it.
And to people who don't know, that sounds horrible. Yeah, but understand, if you're taking all your wheat out of your diet for a certain amount of time, or let's say your carbs, you're gonna feel like you don't have no energy. The fats from healthy fats, animal fats or whatever, they will process through your body and you will burn that off as energy. That's way better. than the carbs.
Yeah, so
So
how do you feel like you made so Bobby always thought he needed rice and all this, so we didn't eat he didn't eat any vegetables. Whole grain breads, no, I wouldn't. Flour, all purpose flour, I wouldn't. Um
none of that stuff, guys.
Bobby,
None. If it ain't
yeah,
ancient grains or made with it, I wouldn't eat it. Especially if you got a diabetic problem.
yeah. So Bobby cut out. He thought he needed. He ate rice all the time, and he would call and say, "I need a pot of rice" on his way from the gym. He come home and eat rice. He cut all of that out when we thought he needed carbs, and I didn't. We are opposites. So when he cut all these carbs out and he just turned to healthy fats, meat, healthy fats, and beans, what did your body say? Did you feel like you were irritable or tired or
No. I mean, I feel good. I noticed my stomach was starting to swell a little bit, and I didn't really know why that was, but it's going down now.
yeah?
My daughter saw me yesterday. She's talking about, geez, Dad, tell me you done lost a lot of weight. I said, yeah. I said, I had to change the way I was eating.
hmm So yeah, we need to move, and that's the thing. We got to get up and move. But the thing is, when we hurting, we don't feel like moving. We don't want to move. And that's bad. We hurt so bad till we only move as much as we have to. So we gotta take back our life and overcome that inflammation and pain so that we do feel like moving. You ain't gotta go out here jogging or nothing, just walking. Walk around your house.
Mm-hmm.
Walk around your yard. Get out, get some fresh air, get some sun. But you need that. For cancer, as y'all know, I can't give medical advice. But what I can always say what I would do just in case. Um, you have I would cut out everything. Everything would need to be natural. Juicing, I would juice for a good little while. Probably a good 6, 8 weeks. I would juice nothing but vegetables. No honey, no fruit, no anything. The only fruit I would consume, if you could find red globe grapes, that's a good one with the seeds. You probably won't find them because they got too many benefits. But definitely soursop. Soursop fruit and soursop leaves are the only fruit I would consume. Um, but I would juice. I wouldn't even eat no solid foods for a good 6 to 8 weeks. Only juice because what I would have to do is starve it out. Now you also need to clean up all of your personal care, hygiene products, your cleaning products, all of that good stuff because I would need to be natural because all of these things are what feed the cancer. So I need to starve it out. Hyperbaric chamber is good to help starve it out also, but it's just a hard lifestyle change. But when you're fighting for your life, how hard is it compared to chemo is hard, radiation is hard. So I would rather reset my body by starving it out and juicing and drinking my soursop tea, eating soursop fruit as much as I can to help get rid of those cells. But you definitely have to clean slate and start over from new. But to me, it's worth it.
Tracy, go back and check out some past lives here recently. We talked a lot about diabetes, high blood pressure, how we overcame it, what we did.
Mm,
Um, if you
we've
do,
overcame both.
yeah, if you do exactly what we did, I have no doubt that it would work just like that. We done had people already say, since we started talking about the high blood pressure, they have got off all their blood pressure medicines and all
Mm-hmm.
that. But, these are things you're going to have to um, analyze and do on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're not telling you to do it. We're telling you what we did, and then you can go about, trying whatever you want to try.
Um, when it comes to I think wheat is our top cause for all of our issues. Um, because the wheat that we consume is hibernized. And again, we try to make better decisions own it. Ezekiel bread is probably the healthiest bread you can find in the grocery store, but it still got preservatives in it. It's still able to sit on that shelf for a certain amount of time and not go bad. If you make Ezekiel bread at home with ancient grains, it's not gonna be able to sit on the counter for a month. But if you get Ezekiel bread from the store, I don't know how long it's been in that store first, but then you bring it home and it's still good for a few weeks. So that's why I say is the healthiest you can get, but it's still not the best. When you make it at home, or even going to Amish country or somewhere and getting whole grain bread from them, you know that bread is not going. It's fresh, because if it ain't fresh, it's just molded, or it ain't good. You can taste it. So I don't trust any flour in the grocery store now.
Yeah, you got to think about it. It's in the factory. You got to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got to be packaged.
Then it got to be
Then they
shipped.
got to be shipped. And then they got to sit in the store until you come get it.
How long did it sit in the back of the store before they put it out on the shelf for you to come and get it?
Yep. And then you got to take it home, and it still lasts a few days. So they need preservatives, which is chemicals, which is our body do not like.
Yeah, thank
To
you. You
make
giving
it
me
work.
carnivore. Yeah, carnivore can be good. You just get, do your research and see what are my healthy meats and fats. I think our friends said they ate mostly hamburger and cheese.
So
They
Justin
said
and
that
them
was,
said they tried everything, and carnivore is the only thing that's worked for
yep.
them.
And it's just, they did, our friends in Maryland, they said all they eat were hamburger patties, and they will put cheese on it, and that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And he usually wear, I don't know if that's his website, to eat like a human.
Mm-hmm.
If you go check them out, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
And he a doctor. He got a doctor, and let's put it that way.
Yeah, so Ezekiel bread is sometimes I've seen it on the shelf, and yeah, so it make you wonder, but it got preservatives in it, because that's the only way they can make it, package it, and ship it, is preserve it somehow. So that's why it's better to just make it yourself. And like I said, everybody can't afford these meals. They do have some on sale. Nutramil
Mm-hmm.
is running a special, a Black Friday special through I'm not sure how long, and we are giving away Nutramil's products at giveaway Black Friday. You have to be on our email list to get what to do next to be on to be qualified to win.
Get a discount for the
The
link?
mixer. You do get a discount if you use our link to purchase any of their products. But we're gonna give you a chance to win a $500
Yeah, we ain't been
mixer.
talking about that. So guys, on Black Friday at 7 o'clock, YouTube and Facebook,
Yes,
we will be giving away
a bunch of stuff, some stuff.
yeah mixer. One of the top of the line, if not the top of the line mixers, is about $500 value. So we will be giving that away as the grand prize, but we are going to be giving some other things away. So make sure you're there.
Yes. Yeah. And I already packed, well, it's in the box, so it's just waiting for one of y'all to win it so it can go. No deli meats. Deli meats are crap. I'll show you soon how to make deli meat. But yeah, don't do it. What I'm gonna say is do some research on how certain things are made. So go to YouTube and say, how is sugar made? How are deli meats made? These are fun videos and fun topics, but it's important for us to know how these things are made. Once you see how deli meat is made, you're gonna be like, never mind. Yeah.
And once you see all the stuff that they do to sugar, that's going to... Now, guys, I'm going to tell y'all, that was a recent eye-opener to us, even us. And we look into a lot of stuff, and we decided to look into the white processed sugar process, and it is disgusting.
Oh, like Pringles. I love Pringles. And I always, even when we go fishing or somewhere now, my brain gravitates straight to the Pringles first. And then I saw how Pringles were made. Like, what is that?
Yeah, well, you pouring all these chemicals on top of this stuff to make it do all this stuff, and now
Oh
You
my God.
understand that now that's a contributor to the cancers. It's not the sugar, it's the way that they're making the sugar that's the
Yeah,
problems.
yeah, yeah. It's the
All the
process.
chemicals that
Ooh,
they're using in it.
why? They do us bad, y'all. So do some research. It's important for us to know. We're gonna continue to have these conversations, even
Mhm.
though they will
And we've been having them for a
do
little
what they
while,
do.
and some of y'all have are just hearing it for the first time. So that's why we kind of recap some of the stuff. And I know some of the times we start off at a certain point because we've been talking about it so long that we feel like people already heard that,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's people that coming in for the first time and they don't understand the totality of everything we're talking about. So
Yeah.
we try to break it down.
Yeah, so we can all speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
When sometimes when you complicate stuff, that's why I don't go through. Like I got a whole apothecary of herbs in there, but I don't constantly run down all these different herbs because you be like, "What in the world? What am I supposed to be doing?" We try to keep it simple. We do simple things every day for energy, high blood pressure, inflammation, pain. Cayenne pepper. We
Mm-hmm.
need magnesium because we are all magnesium deficient. That is important. Not just us, our kids also. Our animals need it. Our plants need it. We need it for life. Everybody. So we try to keep things simple. Yeah, when you have pain and other things, we step it up a notch. We have hormone imbalance. For blood suffer with, we use wild yam cream,
Mm-hmm.
which is all natural. We sell that also, but we talk about it because it's important.
Our
So
magnesium body butter, our
yeah, magnesium body butter, cayenne sal,
salve.
soaps, all of this stuff is important. I got soaps here today.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
put this
all
on
natural
upside
soap.
down.
So our soaps,
Mhm.
all the stuff that goes in our soap is grown right here on our homestead.
Yep. Bananas, we grow the banana that we use, the banana blossom in our soap. We grow our own bees. We grow our own turmeric. We grow our own blue butterfly, which I don't have here.
Bees as in honey. we,
Honey.
we grow
Yeah.
our own honey and turmeric and our butterfly, blue butterfly, and bananas.
Hey,
So
Mobile, Alabama.
that's
Hey,
all the
yeah.
stuff that we use, and
In
it's
our
all
products.
natural. So when
Yep.
you got sensitive skin, it's those are the best products that you can
Yeah.
find.
Yeah. And it's because of the chemicals that they put and that they don't have to tell us about.
Yeah.
What does wild yam cream do? Wild yam cream is great for hormone imbalance. So if you have issues like headaches, mood swings, menopause, hot flashes, dry skin, vaginal dryness, ED, low sperm count, polyps, cancer, heart issues, palpitations, frozen shoulder. Oh my
She's
goodness.
doing it from memory, but she got a whole list right there. And
I don't know where
but
it's at though. I
uh,
mean, I don't want to fumble through the book. But yeah, it's a whole lot of things that hormone imbalance most of us suffer with, ADHD.
and we got testimonies on the website of people who tried this stuff, and
Yeah.
you
It's
know
just when they say, oh, there you go, hair loss, weight gain, acne, fatigue, infertility, irregular cycles, hot flashes, sleep issues, fibroids, early cycles, cysts, low sperm count, polyps, depression, erectile dysfunction, heavy cycles, skin tags, dry skin, vaginal dryness, painful cycles, headaches, cancer, tension, thyroid issues, prostate issues, and heart disease, just to name a few. You need wild yam cream. It's just a hormone imbalance, and instead of going to get hormone therapy treatment, which is a chemical that they put in our body to regulate the hormones, we use homegrown, homemade wild yam cream. And this is better than the synthetic because it contains all the things God provided for us to be well and stay well, which is the main ingredient is wild yam, which is good for hormone imbalance. I forgot to add that to my order. So the good thing about us is we have free shipping. So peppermint, you add it to your order, I'll recognize that, oh, this is going to the same address, and I'll put it in your box. So no worries. You can still order it. Again, you can order things at blacktropical.com. Even our pain away oil. My husband said something that was very important. We do sell a magnesium body butter for the body, which is a cream that you can rub just like lotion. Um,
It's triple
The
strength, so you don't need that much, and you can actually get your levels up in your magnesium real good on
hand
top of
me
your
a
foods.
pain away. The pain away oil is an all natural. You see, I got a
Right.
whole case of them. It's an all natural pain oil. It is. It's work intense, but it's so worth it. So you should be able to see this separation line here. So there's magnesium and oils in this bottle. So when you get your pain away, it does have instructions on the back. You have to shake this
Every time.
every time you use it so that the oil and the magnesium is combined. And then when you drop it on whatever is hurting, the pain should lessen or go away. It's all natural. We extract the oils from cayenne. I mean, we use cayenne pepper in this, garlic, rosemary, oregano. We do put castor oil, cayenne,
Magnesiums.
magnesium. It is great for neuropathy. That's why I don't have neuropathy, sciatic issues, menstrual cramps, migraines, fibromyalgia. Oh my goodness. Arthritis, inflammation, tinnitus,
And guys,
some of everything.
yeah,
Whatever you hurting from, that pain away oil is good and it's all natural. You just have to remember to
you
shake
shake
it
it.
because it will separate.
Yeah, we don't
Um,
use chemicals, so I'm sure we can put chemicals in it and you won't have to shake it. But we refuse to
yeah,
because none of our products
yeah.
have unnatural chemicals in them.
We work our behind off at extracting the oils, but it's a process that we've learned to love because we get amazing benefits. And most of all, we want people to heal and help themselves and their loved ones with our products. So we don't charge an arm and a leg for them because we already paying an arm and a leg for life. Period. It is good for pets. It is good for kids because it's all natural. We just use things that God gave us to make this come together. That oil is everything. I can't even read the words on my bottle anymore. Yeah, so that's the thing. When you keep using it and you dripping oil down it, it'll fade. Which we working on labels now to try to get away from that, and hopefully it'll stick and stay. But as long as you know that that's your pain away, once you see how it worked, you're gonna remember forever. I'm gonna shake this bottle and put this on any pain and it'll
And
go away.
all that information is on the website also.
Yes.
So all the
Yep.
stuff that's on the bottles.
We have pamphlets on the website explaining our products. My oil is everything good. So y'all make sure y'all leave us some reviews because when other people go to the site, they want to see what are people using this for or what is it doing for them. But I'm telling you, if you had a knee replaced or a hip replacement or anything, oh my goodness.
And guys, let me say this. If you're on pain meds and you've been on them for a very long time, understand you're more than likely uh, addicted to them. You have a
Mm-hmm.
dependency on them. So when you take meds like that for a long time,
She said, when you first get your bottle, just put some scotch tape over the lid.
yeah,
That's a
it's a good
good
idea.
tip. Go ahead.
When you have taken them for a long time, your body creates an equilibrium with that drug. So after a while, how you feel with that drug is your new normal. So if you ever get off of those drugs or try to come off of them, your body gonna tell you something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it'd be a ghost pain because even if you don't have pain no
Yeah,
more,
it's a
it's
form.
gonna tell you that you do have that pain, so you can go get them that drug.
Yeah.
Now, our product is not a drug. It's not gonna make you high. It's not gonna fix you being addicted to that drug. You're gonna have to learn how to come off of that. Doctors don't generally tell us how to come off pills, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just like being addicted to any other kind of drug.
Yeah.
So if you got that problem, just understand you're not gonna fix your problem with our pain away.
Um, I'm new here. Everything sounds great. I have a lot of pain in my feet and legs. Really help. Um, I really hope you can help me with this inflammation. So if you have castor oil and cayenne pepper right now, what I would do is get a paper towel and make it thick and dump castor oil on it a good amount and sprinkle some cayenne pepper powder on it. Put it on the bottom of your feet, so you can get that circulation going again. Because you new here, I know you don't have the pain away, but you can rub the pain away on your legs and feet too. But magnesium, you need magnesium, especially at bedtime. Spray the bottom of your feet, rub the bottom of your feet, and that'll help you. But yeah, we can heal each other naturally. Sadly, it doesn't make Big Pharma any money. So like I said, they'll demonetize our videos or whatever. We ain't stopped talking yet because it's important that people know, and it mean more to us that y'all know this than us to say, well, they ain't gonna, they stop paying us for these videos. It's all right.
Yeah. So if y'all don't happen to find us when we're live, more likely these videos are not gonna get pushed to where other people can see us. So,
which is okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have those conversations with your friends and family.
Yeah.
Or bring them in, or they have to look for our videos. So.
And we just leave them up. We leave them up because that we think the information is important. Some people may think it's total ludicrous, which is fine. We all in our own opinion.
Sound like Mike Tyson just now.
I did. Oh, ludicrous. Poor Mike. I would have got beat up. Look, he could have knocked me out long as I came back to my senses for $20 million.
$20 million. Yeah.
I'd have been out there.
That's what Mike said. Mike said my leg hurt. I'd have fainted.
He said I'd have fought for my life. He said I got 8 blood infusions. You think I'm gonna go up there and fight this kid? I said Mike's legs look so weak. Ooh, still using that magnesium. My mom asked me to make her some more. It works. Yeah. Tell Mama Fire we said what's up. So y'all, we went through a lot of things today. Mike made a money move. That's what it was. Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Hey, if you didn't realize that was a money move when it was over and they was loving on each other,
yeah,
he been there for me the whole time. And
Mike said, I'm not about to get up here and act a fool. I'm gonna get my money regardless. Yeah. And he did. So yeah. He worked hard. He did work hard. We are located in Savannah, Georgia. We get orders out. When you place orders, we say give us 72 hours to get orders out. Most of the time it doesn't take 72 hours, but we get on it because we know it's important for y'all to get y'all products. We need to send Mike some pain away and magnesium. I said I would love to send Mike some pain away, but Mike said I got $20 million, child.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about y'all.
I ain't thinking about y'all. So definitely share this information with your loved ones, so we can help each other heal. If you love to share this live with them, share a couple lives. We talk about this often, and we talk about a little of everything. If you need help with anything, always shoot us a message. We try to get to them. We do get a lot of messages, and we try to help as many people as we can. But we will be back on today, Wednesday. We will be back on Wednesday, and he might need a whole case. He want to take a bath in it. Mike said, "I'm filthy rich. I can afford it."
Hey guys, if you want to be here on the 7th, if you want to be here on Black Friday, make sure you go to the site and sign up for on the email list so you can get the information needed. It is a requirement to win to be a part of the email list. So
I done bought somebody your diet. Diet is what you need for diabetes. We just talked about that for a long time. So just go back a little bit, Carmen, and you'll see what we talked about diabetes.
And look at some of the previous lives. We went more into depth.
Yeah. We will drop new videos this week for the giveaway, just to remind y'all, and so y'all will see what need to be done. It's gonna be good. So yes, Miss T is good for communicating and keeping everybody together. So y'all have an amazing day. We're gonna get to it because we got a lot of work to do. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking the last Bobby probably finished this coffee. Cold coffee. Mm-hmm. I love it. But this is it for the week.
Real quick and come back and try to get a whole lot done.
Okay. Sure, I need to help Andell. I'm sure she got orders to send out. And she about to freak out. So, Christmas is coming. We got the best Christmas gifts for y'all. How do I get on your email list? Blackstropical.com. It should pop up. I think you need two things, your name and your email, and you'll get an email from us giving you instructions on what to do next. What do I do to get in this giveaway? Because I want that mixer. I got it boxed up and ready to go. I just need a name to put on it. We'll find out Black Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So
Facebook and YouTube.
show
Yeah, that's
up
the
and
only
you
size.
win,
Go ahead.
I'm saying if you show up and win and you're not on the email list.
Yep, we will know. We know if you're naughty or nice. That 2-ounce bottle is the only size we sell Pain Away in. I think that's why some people buy like 6 bottles at a time. But a little bit go a long way. Sometimes you may need a little bit more. You might not need as much. You just gotta judge your pain in your body. But start with a little bit and see what your body do.
These make amazing Christmas gifts. I mean, you just have to have a conversation with the person you're sending it to and tell them exactly how to use it, and they will thank you.
Yes.
They will thank you.
They will.
And if you have sensitive skin or any kind of skin issues, guys, y'all need to try that soap. We have tried it on people who said that everything breaks them out, and our soap was the only thing that they can actually use. So.
For kids, pets, and adults, especially for eczema, but even for pets, it's crazy. You'd be surprised. So y'all have an amazing day. We love and appreciate y'all. We sell 2 different kinds of soaps: honey turmeric, blue butterfly honey turmeric soap, and we sell a honey turmeric banana soap. This is the banana. So I don't have the blue butterfly up here with me. So y'all have a blessed day. We shall see y'all in the next one. Meanwhile, don't let nobody steal your joy. I'm confused. That's all written and stuff. Oh.